Not getting lost in the awakening. How to stay grounded, keep control, and listen to your intuition. Opening awakening is not the moment you figure everything out. It is the moment you realize how easy it is to get lost. Many people talk about awakening as expansion, light, insight, freedom. And it is all of those things. But very few talk about the danger of drifting away from yourself in the process. This text is about staying here while you awaken, in your body, in your life, in your responsibility, in your clarity. Because awakening without grounding doesn't lead to wisdom. It leads to confusion, inflation, fear, or collapse. So let's slow this down. Take a breath, not a forced one. Just notice that you are breathing. Good. 1. Awakening is an expansion of perception, not an escape from reality. One of the first traps in awakening is the idea that you are leaving something behind. Leaving the ego, leaving the body, leaving the world, leaving the old you. That framing is already a problem. Awakening does not remove you from reality. It gives you more contact with it. If your awakening makes you less functional, less present, less responsible, less kind, or less grounded, something has gone wrong. Real awakening does not pull you upward. It widens you. It allows you to hold thought without being owned by it, emotion without drowning in it, insight without needing to act on it immediately. Silence without losing language, mystery without losing discernment. If you feel like you are floating away, dissociating, or losing your sense of self entirely, that is not transcendence. That is imbalance. Awakening should make you more able to live, not less. 2. The difference between intuition and impulse. One of the most misunderstood parts of awakening is intuition. People often think intuition is sudden, loud, emotionally charged, urgent, dramatic. But that's usually impulse, not intuition. Impulse says, do this now or you'll miss it. You must act immediately. This feeling is everything. Intuition says, notice this. There is no rush. Stay with this quietly. Intuition does not panic. It does not shout. It does not demand belief. It feels steady. A good test. If you don't act on it immediately, does it disappear? Likely impulse. If you don't act on it immediately, does it remain gently present? Likely intuition. Intuition respects your nervous system. Impulse hijacks it. Awakening sharpens both. Your job is to learn the difference. 3. Control is not the enemy. Another common trap. The idea that control is bad. People hear, let go of control. Trust the flow. Surrender. And they misunderstand this deeply. Letting go of rigid control does not mean abandoning self-regulation. You still need sleep, food structure, boundaries, discernment, decision-making. True surrender is not chaos. It is cooperation. You are not handing your life over to the universe like a dropped object. You are learning to dance with reality instead of fighting it. Control becomes unhealthy when it comes from fear. Control becomes healthy when it comes from clarity. You are allowed to steer. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to say, not yet. Awakening does not remove your agency. It refines it. 4. Grounding is not optional. If you want one non-negotiable rule of awakening, it is this. The deeper you go, the more grounded you must be. Grounding is not spiritual failure. It is spiritual maturity. Grounding looks like eating regular meals, keeping a sleep schedule, taking care of your body, maintaining relationships, doing mundane tasks, paying attention to time, finishing what you start. If you start neglecting these while claiming higher awareness, you are not ascending. You are fragmenting. The body is not an obstacle to awakening. It is the anchor that keeps awakening integrated. If insights are coming faster than you can live them, slow down. If meanings are multiplying faster than you can digest them, pause. Depth without grounding turns into overwhelm. 5. Not everything that feels profound is true. Awakening opens the pattern recognition system wide. This is powerful and dangerous. Suddenly, everything feels symbolic. Everything feels meaningful. Everything feels connected. Some of it is noise. A grounded mind does not assume that every insight is a command or a revelation. You are allowed to say, "That's interesting. I don't need to conclude anything yet." Wisdom is not about collecting insights. It's about holding them lightly. If an idea makes you feel special, chosen above others, immune to error, be careful. True intuition humbles you. It does not inflate you. 6. Awakening does not eliminate fear. It changes your relationship to it. Many people expect awakening to remove fear. It doesn't. It changes where fear lives. Instead of fear being an unconscious driver, it becomes something you can observe. But that observation takes practice. If you suppress fear in the name of spirituality, it will come back stronger and more distorted. If you listen to fear without letting it drive, it becomes information. Fear often points to boundaries, overextension, nervous system overload, lack of integration. Listen to fear without obeying it blindly. That balance is maturity. 7. Intuition speaks in alignment, not grandiosity. Another trap: believing intuition must be cosmic, dramatic, or world-changing. Most intuition is small. It says, "Rest. Wait. This conversation isn't safe. That path isn't aligned. Drink water. Slow down." If you are only listening for visions, messages, or destiny-level instructions, you will miss the real guidance. Intuition works through coherence, not spectacle. The more you respect the small signals, the clearer the bigger ones become. 8. Integration is the real work. Awakening moments are easy compared to integration. Integration means bringing insight into daily life, letting understanding change behavior, revisiting old patterns with new awareness. Staying functional while transforming. Integration is slow, often boring, often uncomfortable, and that's where people get lost. They chase the next insight instead of living the last one. If you want to stay grounded, don't rush, don't collect, don't escalate. Let insights settle into your muscles, habits, and choices. 9. You are allowed to stay human. Perhaps the most important reminder: awakening does not make you less human. It makes you more honest about being human. You will still feel doubt, make mistakes, feel tired, need reassurance, need connection. You are not failing because you still struggle. Struggle does not disappear. It becomes conscious. And conscious struggle is growth. If your awakening tells you that you must be perfect, detached, or above ordinary life, something is off. Wholeness includes your limits. 10. A simple anchor practice. When things feel overwhelming, unclear, or too expansive, return to this. Feel your feet. Name 5 things you can see. Take one slow breath. Ask, what is the simplest next grounded action? Do only that. This brings intuition out of abstraction and into reality. Intuition lives where awareness meets action. Closing. Awakening is not about losing yourself. It is about finding yourself more clearly, layer by layer. You don't need to hurry. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to dissolve into infinity. Stay here. Listen softly. Move slowly when needed. Ground deeply. The truest intuition is calm, patient, and aligned with life, not against it. And if you ever feel lost, remember this. Getting lost does not mean you failed. It means you noticed. And noticing is already awareness.